So you're very welcome. This is Aisling Mooney, and this is the Angel Bootcamp, and it's our live coaching call. And I have a few questions that I have been asked, but if anyone would like some live coaching, I'm going to attempt to use the technology again today, and see if I can get you into the seat. You can pop in. There's a seat, an extra seat at the top of the page, and you can pop in there, and we can do some live coaching. I'll pull an angel card for you and answer some questions, but you just need to let me know. And you do that by just saying that you want to ask me a question directly into the chat box. Just say you want to ask a question, and then I know. Otherwise, I won't bring it up onto the screen. So it's up to you. You can also ask me a question in the chat box if you prefer. Thanks for that lovely high five, Regina. So there's little things down here. You can tap on the screen and give me some encouragement, some high fives. So yeah, so I have some questions. If you want to ask a question, just pop it in the chat box. Tell me that you want to go live. Otherwise, you can ask a question as well. So what I want you to do wherever you are is just take a breath. Nice deep breath. I know I've been running around like a lunatic this morning, so I really need to just center myself. I did some deep breathing. That's why I was a little bit late for the call, because I knew I needed to just do some breathing to bring myself back to center. But we'll just take our normal deep 3 deep breaths anyway. So another deep breath in. And just feel your shoulders relaxing down, your spine strengthening, lengthening, and your neck and head resting gently on your neck and shoulders. And another breath in. And just begin to feel your center right down into your heart, into your belly, right down to your base chakra. And just feel yourself begin to ground, beginning to come really, really grounded and in the space, really centered. And we'll invite the angels in. So we have Archangel Michael, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raphael. So we have these 4 angels that we've been working with through the boot camp already. And these are the 4 angels in the first part of Transform with Angels, the 12th course. And I call this the caterpillar phase, and it's like the foundation. So these angels are here just to give us the foundation for this boot camp, to strengthen our energy, to help keep our base chakra solid and grounded. And there's a lot of questions this week about ground. So calling in those angels, calling in your guardian angels, calling in your spirit guides, calling in some ascended masters are here. Lots of Indian ascended masters here. So somebody either on the call at the moment or listening to the replay has some connections with India. And that could be myself as well. I do some mantra, japa. And there's a connection, there's a line going back into India, but there's some beings here from that line. There's Ganesh helping us to bulldoze through all the obstacles in your life. Brilliant, beautiful, kind, but very strong energy. And there's Lakshmi here. Wow, Lakshmi is the goddess of abundance and prosperity. So she's here today, especially for anyone that's dealing with financial issues or worries, money worries or problems. So Lakshmi is here to add her energy. There's Kali. Wow, there's a lot of very strong ascended masters here. Add her energy to this call. So Kali is to me, she's like the counterpart of Haniel, one of the angels that we come to later on in the boot camp. Haniel is like to me, the warrior goddess, the one that says no very firmly and very clearly, saying yes to you. Saying no to others sometimes means saying yes to you. So we have all these beautiful energies. And we ask that the angels help us to get answers to our questions, get healing. so many levels, and Metatron has just popped in. My beautiful Archangel mentor, Metatron, is here as well. And Metatron just helps light workers to literally push on to the next level. So I'm very grateful that he's here today. So I think we're going to get started. So we have Lynn Higgins, we have Aisling, we have Mummy, we have Lorraine, and we have Regina. So do any of you want to pop on the call and have some live angel coaching? Do you have a question? If you do, just pop your name in the box or let me know, or just click on the seat. Johnny is here as well. So anyone that has a question, you can pop it in the box. Otherwise, I'm going to read some of the questions that I got during the week because they were really, really good. So there's one here from Mihaela, and it says, I often hear music on the radio and I know there's a message for me. The last song was something like, I love you more than you love me. I've seen yellow sparkles. Sometimes I'm surrounded by them. I can hear noises in my left ear. I found lots of kinds of white feathers. I doubt myself many times. How can I tell whose voice I am hearing? Is it my ego's voice, my parents? I've got so many thoughts going on and I don't know how I can tell. Thanks for the program. So there's absolutely loads of questions in this. So we're going to break it down and look at the beginning. So we're going to first of all talk about colors. This brings me on to another question that I had as well from someone. Okay, we're just going to take Mihaela's. Hope I'm saying your name right, Mihaela. So colors. So when I see angels, I see sparks and I see orbs. So orbs usually around that shape. I've very rarely seen them around that shape, and once I saw a very, very huge one. And they're different colors depending on the angel that comes in. So for example, Michael for me usually comes in on a deep blue. Metatron is purple. So when Michael comes in, I know it's about courage, confidence, that I might be going somewhere, or I need to speak up for myself, or I'm allowing somebody to, my boundaries aren't secure, and I'm allowing somebody to come into my space, and they don't need to be there, and I'm allowing that to happen. So when Michael comes in, I know I need boundaries, I know I need courage, I need confidence, and he's bringing all that energy into my life, and protection. And when Metatron comes in, I know he's like pushing me to the next level. So that's usually purple. If I see a deep purple. Gabriel is an orange. So there's different, each, like Raphael, most of you will know Raphael is a green, a deep green color, and it's just so healing even to look at that color. So I would see orbs and lights. I didn't always see them. They certainly weren't. In the beginning, when I started working with angels, I didn't see colors. So if you don't see colors, it doesn't mean that your angels aren't there. It just means that at the moment you can't see them. Brilliant question. So how can you see the angels? So Asaph. So this is the Angel Bootcamp. So we have a Facebook group, and I'm going to post the link probably somewhere. I'm not sure how I can do it actually here, but I'll do it on YouTube. I'll share this video on YouTube, and you'll see it there. So how can you see an angel? So different colors for different angels. So orange is for Gabriel. Raphael is green. Jophiel comes in on a pink. But there's a beautiful being as well called Pista Sophia, and that's the one I saw once, about that size, a huge orb, where I was teaching live angel classes many years ago, and it was Pista Sophia. So you can Google that and you can find it. But this is a really powerful being, and she was a very pinky peachy orb. So angels I usually see as orbs. The different colors represent different angels to me. I can also see sparkles. Fairies come as sparkles. So little tiny flecks and flickers of light are fairies and elementals. And when they come in, they're really just saying, lighten up, have a bit of fun. The energy is too serious. Everything has just been taken too serious here. So when you see little sparks of, and you'll see them out of the corner of your eye, you'll turn around, it'll be gone. It's that sort of thing. You're probably already seeing this at the moment. So that's fairies. Now, when I see spirit, so if I have a client and a white orb comes in, I can, that's usually a spirit, and depending on where it is around the client, I can tell if it's male or female. So it could usually be, I can see somebody that's passed that loves you. It's female, and then I'll trust my intuition. It's your grandmother, and she's here to tell you, you know, whatever you need to know. So once I saw someone that had passed beside this man. We were in a class, and I said, there's somebody with you that has passed. It's female. I think it might be your wife. I didn't know that his wife had passed. And I said, but the orb that I see is surrounded in gold. It had a golden hue. So I said to him, this is, it's a very evolved soul. And he confirmed that. He said that his wife had passed a couple of years ago, and that as far as he was concerned, she was a highly evolved soul, and had really helped him in his life. Do you call them in, or do they just appear, angels? So angels are around us all the time. Every single day, all day, they're around us. We all have guardian angels that are with us before we're born. So this is what I believe. This is what I've been told by my angels, that we sit down with our angels and our guides and our guardian angels before we come here, and we write our sacred contract. We sit down and we decide, right, what do I need to learn in this life? What do I want to give? What do I want to contribute? What do I want to receive? And your life is mapped out for you. It's like a map, a sacred contract. And you hold that inside you, but your guardian angel was there at that time, so they know your sacred contract, so they have the map. So your guardian angel decides to volunteers to stay with you. So literally they're your number one angel. And some people have more than one guardian angel. So they're literally your number one angel that stays with you for your whole life. So they're there before you came. They're there through your whole life. When you take your last breath, they'll be there with you. When you do your life review, and you look at, like, right, this was a contract. What did I accomplish? Did I do what I went to do? And there's no judgment with that. It's just about looking at things, because you'll just have to come back and do it again. So it's about, your guardian angel comes as sometimes there's two. A lot of people, I didn't know my guardian angel until I was in my 20s, but I had experienced so a lot of people say to me, my grandfather or my grandmother is my guardian angel. That's not really quite true in my understanding. They're usually guides that come into your life at a certain time when you need them. My grandfather passed away when I was 14, but when I was 16, he came into my life as a spirit guide, and I didn't know anything about angels at that stage, and he stayed with me for 10 years. I never told anyone about this experience, but he literally was with me morning, noon and night, guiding me, talking to me, helping me in every area of my life, giving me a sense of protection and safety and love. But it wasn't until about 10 years when I sensed that his energy was leaving. And in the place of his energy, it took about 3 months for this transition to take place. My guardian angel's energy became stronger and came in, and I was introduced to my guardian angel. But my guardian angel was always there, but I wasn't in the right place to connect. So it was easier for me to connect with my grandparents, my grandfather, and start the spiritual journey there, and then be introduced to my guardian angel. So it was in my late 20s, 20s that I met my guardian angel. And so that's it. And then at different stages in your life, you can call in beings. So I needed my grandfather, but there's at different stages I needed, I'm getting distracted by messages, so let me see. So at different stages in your life, you need different angels. So there was definitely a stage in my life, and actually in many people's lives, when you need Michael. Michael usually steps into everybody's life. Everybody, everywhere, if they know about angels, will know about Archangel Michael. So Annette, I can see you've written in a question, and I'm going to get to that, love, and I'm going to pull an angel card for you, so don't worry. And if you want, you can actually come on live on the call if you feel brave enough to do that, love. And if you do, just say that into the chat box. Just say you want to come live. Otherwise, I'll answer the question that's there. So different angels. Hope I'm okay. Give me some high fives here. Tap on the screen and give me some high fives. If I'm on the right track, if anything I'm saying is resonating with you so that I know, give me a bit of encouragement. Thanks, Regina. So different angels come in at different stages. So when you need, when you're looking for a relationship, Shamuel is there. Jophiel is there. When you need to clear out the energy in your home, Jophiel is there. She's known as the Feng Shui angel. When you are, like Michael comes in for courage, but when you, oh God, I'm thinking of Haniel. Haniel is just the goddess warrior. She's moon goddess angel, but her energy is just no, absolutely no. So there's a lot of power in Haniel, and when you need that, when you need really clear boundaries in your life, Haniel will be there, almost forcing you to stand up for yourself. And we've all reached that point in our lives where we might have been a doormat for years and years and years, and then suddenly we reach the breaking point and we just say no. And that is the Haniel energy coming in that's been building up inside of you. And that's when you need to get that strength to stand up for yourself and create that boundary. Haniel comes into your life. Oh God, all the different angels. Does anybody know any angel names and they want to know about them? Okay, Annette says she will come online another time. So I hope I answered that question about, can you see angels? Do you call them in or do they just appear? So you can call them in at any stage. So I call them in all the time, every day. And especially when I'm going to sleep at night, I call in my 4 archangels, the main four, the foundation that I was talking about in the boot camp: Michael, Uriel, Gabriel, and Raphael. I ask them to stand in the 4 corners of the room. I call in Metatron because I'm working with him. I call in my guardian angel, who I know is always there anyway. And I ask for protection as I sleep in every room in my house, and the front, the back, the attic, the foundations. And I just ask for protection every single night before I go to sleep. I ask for that. And then if I have any sort of problems or issues in my life, I'll ask for help. Angels, help me with this. Angels, I don't know what the solution is. Angels, I can't see clearly. Angels, I hate that person. I really don't want to feel like this. Help me to have some compassion. Angels, this situation is driving me mad. Help me out. Sometimes I throw a strop and kick some walls and shout and scream. Even that's a release. So I talk to the angels all the time. Ariel, oh, Aisling, I love Ariel. Ariel is the earth angel. She has a great connection with abundance as well. But Ariel for me is the angel who connects us with the earth. She minds the earth. She's the guardian of the earth. But she also has a deep connection with all of the beings, including the animals on the earth. And one of the meditations that I do and Transform with Angels is we connect with Ariel and we go to Atlantis. So we go into the water and down into Atlantis and receive some messages, because lots of us that are working in this angel energy have had past lives in Atlantis. And there was a lot of deep spiritual information and knowledge that was available to us that we may have lost, you know, like lots of civilizations had a lot of information that we lost throughout the years, but that we can go back once we reconnect with that. So Ariel is Atlantis, but she's also, like Raphael is there for healers, but Ariel is there when somebody is maybe a Reiki healer for animals. And she also introduces us to sacred animal beings whenever we need them in our lives. So some of us might be attracted to maybe images of certain animals. Each animal has a different quality that we can bring into our lives. And we do this meditation in the Transform with Angels. You can find out who your sacred animal guide. And it could be a butterfly comes in, and that's a symbol of transformation or some big change happening in your life. A hare comes in, reminding you to quicken your pace. A tortoise comes in, maybe reminding you to have patience and slow down and get a bit zen about things, especially problems and difficulties. Dogs are just G-O-D. They're a symbol of God, pure love, compassion, faithfulness, friendship, connection, and just unconditional love. That's what dogs come to teach us. So Ariel is sort of our guide into the animal realm and into environmental issues, and helping us to heal the planet and heal the earth. And I read somewhere recently that when the settlers came to America, the Native American Indians believed that they were one with the land, that they were in communication with the land, and that the land owned them. And they couldn't understand the concept of the settlers wanting to own pieces of land. They couldn't, and it was probably part of their downfall, that they couldn't understand how you could own a piece of land, that it was backwards. The land owns us, the earth owns us, and Ariel brings us back to our relationship with the earth and with all of the beings on it. So I hope that was helpful, Aisling. You obviously have a connection with Ariel. Grania, you're very welcome, love. I maybe might get to chat to you today if you want to. If you have a question, pop it in the chat box. So I'm going to answer Annette's question. Sorry, Lynn, can you just tap in the chat box or tap on the screen and let me know that I answered that question for you? There's 2 hands on the screen. If you tap on then, it gives me a bit of encouragement. It's like a high five. So Annette, hi Aisling, I need a bit of guidance. I'm feeling a bit stuck on what to do next. I'm very happy in life and fortunate, but still feel misplaced. If you can give me any clarification, I would really appreciate. With love, Annette. Annette, I would really love for you to come on this call, but let me see, we're going to pull an angel card for you. Oh, that's great. Thanks, Aisling. I'm glad that resonated with you. You would actually love the course, Transform with Angels. Okay, so Annette, and this is for Aisling as well, seeing I mentioned your name at the time. This card is such a beautiful card. You are a powerful light worker. It's safe for you to be powerful. Your spiritual powers bring great blessings in loving service to the divine. So, Annette, I'm just going to talk. I'm just going to talk and just see what comes up. So, you're a very powerful light worker. You're at a stage in your life now where lots of the trials and the struggle have disappeared. And for lots of us, that keeps us occupied. It keeps us moving through our lives day to day. So in your case, a lot of that has disappeared. And that's the feeling of, well, I have nothing to occupy my time or space. And that's where the emptiness is coming from. And the misplaced is because you haven't found your tribe yet. This is your tribe, love. So even in the boot camp, connecting with us in the boot camp and connecting with me, you're a light worker and you need other light workers around you. For a very, very long time in my life, as I said, I was communicating with my grandfather who had passed for 10 years and I never told a soul. I never told anybody about that experience until about 10 years, you know. So I kept that to myself, not because I was afraid or even of ridicule, but I just knew that people wouldn't get it, the people that were around me at the time. So just before my grandfather was about to leave and the angels started to come into my life, I began to surround myself with other people that were interested in spirit. I did first I did for 3 years I joined a spiritual group, and that was learning about mediumship, trance meditation, how to read oracle cards and just connect with spirit. So I did that for about 3 years, and that really lifted me. But at the end, it wasn't enough. It was until there was literally one night I came to the class, I felt exhausted, I left, and I said, okay, this is not working anymore. It's not giving me joy anymore. And I was literally walking down the road, saw a sign in the window. The exact same night of the class that I was doing, it had angel class, Chez Ange, House of Angels. And there was a beautiful girl, Colette, teaching the class there. And the minute I arrived in that space, even though I had been on a spiritual journey myself, the moment I arrived in that room, I thought, it was just like a sigh of relief. I'm home. This is where I'm meant to be. This is the space. These are my people. This is who I am. And don't get me wrong, my family are beautiful. I have some amazing 2 sisters and a brother. My family is fantastic. My mother, my father, my husband. But I also have a spiritual family that I couldn't do without. So I have spiritual sisters and brothers that I can talk to about unicorns and angels and guides and the wacky things that I believe in, that a lot of my family don't believe in and don't understand and might be even a bit fearful of. So what I had to do, I joined Chez Ange. That lasted a year or maybe 2 years, and then the center was closing, and I thought, I have to do something here. So I set up my own group for selfish reasons. I started teaching angel classes because I needed that energy. I needed to be surrounded by people that believed in angels. So I mean, my first class, I was like terrified, and I began to build a community, and I started an online, I set up a website, Your Angel Circle, and there was hundreds of members on that, and people that contributed. That was a free website, just angel stories, and that was a wide connection. That was before Transform with Angels. So I'm going around here, the long story, but what I'm trying to say, Annette, is that you need your community. This is your second part of your spiritual growth, is you need your community. It's not to say that anything about your family are there serving their purpose in your life at the moment. They're helping you. They've helped you to get where you are, but you also need a spiritual family. And that can take courage and discernment, because there's lots of different types of ice cream. I don't like them all, so you have to use your own discernment, use your own heart to find your spiritual family out there. And you might make a few wrong turns. I did. I spent 3 years in spiritual mediumship, but having said that, I learned a lot that I bring to my work today. But it was only when I arrived with the angels, I thought, this is it. There's no going back now. This is, and it has been part of my life. And I've just grown and grown and grown and grown and learned so much about myself, and everything that I learn. A client sometimes I'm dealing with an issue, and a client comes the next week with the exact same issue. And if I hadn't dealt with it, I wouldn't be able to help. So, okay. So I really gave that the long-winded version. I hope it's okay. Welcome, Thor. So Lynn, yes, you did. Thank you. I can't get the hands up to work. Yeah, I don't know. I think I have no idea. They don't work on my computer, but you just tip on the hands. And Shannon, Nora Medlin is here as well. If you have any questions, guys, you can pop them in the chat box. And Tech Nora, hi Tech Nora. If you have a question, just pop it in the chat box. Hello. And if anything I'm saying, just give me some high fives. So we have about 10 minutes left. So Lynn says did I answer a question? Yes, you did. Thank you. And Annette says, you're giving me chills. So, I really hope that I want to just show you the card, because it was for Annette and it was for Aisling as well. So that is the card. So it says, you're a powerful light worker. Now, if you look deeply at this card, I'm going to post this on the Facebook group. But if you look at this card, there's flowers here. There's a beautiful light coming from her heart, but there's flowers here. They're actually roses. So roses are for the heart and are for forgiveness. There's also a book, Annette, that I'd say for you to read that's come up for me today as well. So it's Doreen Virtue's book called Don't Let Anything Dull Your Sparkle. So Doreen Virtue, Don't Let Anything Dull Your Sparkle. So if you want to read that, okay. So the other thing about this message is the roses. When I see the roses, there's a beautiful Saint Teresa, Teresa of the Roses. Does anyone know that? The little rose, she was called. So she's a beautiful saint. And if you're living in, well, I'm living in Dublin, and in Thomas Street, there's a beautiful church that's just specifically for her, the little flower in Mead Street. So, and when she comes up, I'll go and I'll give her a donation, or I'll say a little prayer, just make a request, and so that might be something you can do as well. Annette and Aisling, you might have a connection there with Teresa, the little flower. She's a beautiful, beautiful saint, and really one of her big lessons is about helping you to embrace your spirituality and embrace your spiritual power. Because a lot of us that are psychic and light workers and earth angels, we can be, because of our sensitivity, can close ourselves off. And the little flower really helps you to just embrace who you are, open yourself up, and just being true to yourself in your life. So I hope that was useful. So Aisling says, thank you so much. It gives me such courage to make myself more visible. That's it, Aisling. That's exactly what Teresa, Little Flower, is doing for you. So go and buy yourself some roses this week, your favorite colored roses, and let that know that your soul, that you're worthy, and it's the time to be visible, and it's safe to be visible. This is the safest time in the history in Western world for light workers and earth angels to be visible. Even 50 years ago or 100 years ago, we would have been persecuted. way back, we would have been burnt at the stake. There was all sorts of awful deaths and torture for light workers. This is the safest time, but unfortunately, a lot of us are still carrying those old memories of being persecuted for our beliefs and for our healing gifts. So, yeah. So Aisling says, yes, when I was very young, I remember praying to her. So there you go. You definitely have a connection there, Aisling. So if you can get to a church, if you're in Dublin, get to a church and go and say a little prayer for Teresa and just invite her into your life. Google her story and just read a little bit about her. Annette, that's for you too. And buy yourself some roses this week. Everybody buy yourself flowers this week. So we have one person is calling in. Who's that now? Let me see. Going to see. Have we got Mater? Okay.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm grand. Have you got a question?
Yeah. What is your Angel Bootcamp?
The Angel Bootcamp is if you go to Facebook.
Yeah.
Are you on Facebook? And
yes.
Let me see. I'm going to copy and paste this. Oh, hang on. How do I write a question? Okay.
Just put the link to your Facebook page.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that. Hang on. Let me see. No, it's not letting me do that. So if you can find me on Facebook, Mater, is that your name?
Yes.
Mater. If you can find me on Facebook, it's Aisling Mooney, Aisling.
Yeah, I'm copying your name here.
Mooney. If you can find me, I can and send me a friend request, and I'll direct you to the boot camp.
Oh yes, but just please tell me, boot camp for me is I mean, it comes into my mind something related to the army. So, what kind of boot camp is that?
So it's an angel boot camp. So it's the idea is that it's 30 days for the month of May. It's everything about angels. So it's where you get your questions answered about angels. There's meditations. There's every day I put up a video, or I do some live calls once a week. So
can you just help me out here with this list?
So let me see. So I can't see your screen. Mater, I'm going to have to leave you go there, because if you find me on Facebook after the show, I'll link you up to the bootcamp. Okay? Okay. Bye-bye. Thanks for calling in. Okay, so there was another question here. Let me see. So this was for Lynn. There was a question for Lynn. Can I ask, I'm going through a period of change at work, which is quite stressful, and I'm planning on retraining to start a new job and possibly a career. I'm also struggling to keep on top of things at home and just generally feel completely overwhelmed. Any advice? Okay, Lynn, I've loads of advice. So the first thing is back flare remedies. I'm a back flare remedy practitioner. And if you think of the elm tree, ELM, within the word overwhelm is the word elm. So the elm tree is one of the main remedies that help us just to get back our confidence and to be able to cope with overwhelm. And it's especially true for anyone that's juggling work and home and just feeling a little bit frazzled and burnt out. I can feel your energy. It's very tired. And yeah, you're just a little bit worn out. So and you're allowing your worries about finding a job or moving career and all this other stuff going on at home as well. And all of it is just literally wearing you out. And these worries are going around and around and around in your mind. So there's another remedy that you can take, which is white chestnut. So if you can get your hands on those two remedies, white chestnut is when thoughts are going around like a hamster on a wheel. And taking that remedy just stops it and just gives you a pause and gives you back peace. So those, when we have constant worries and anxieties going around and around and around in our mind, it's a drain on our energy. So a couple of things that you need to do is get those remedies, start taking them, 4 drops each, 4 times a day for 7 days, and just start to see that build up your energy. And there's also if you're in the boot camp, Lynette, are you in the, or Lynn, sorry, are you in the boot camp, Lynn? And if you are, every day there'll be meditations on how to connect with angels. And in the first live call that I did, it's on YouTube now and it's in the boot camp, I did a meditation where we set our intention, and we also did a healing meditation. And we also did another meditation in there where we just gave up our burdens and responsibilities. So that would be a really, really good one for you to look back on if you haven't already seen that. So if you can remind me of that in the Facebook group, if you're in there, Lynn, I can help you out with that. So let me just see here. Okay. So I'm going to just pull a card for Lynn, and then we have to go, unfortunately. I'm going to have a quick scroll through the messages, and then we'll just close down the session. Okay, so Lynn, the message for you is solar plexus chakra. So it's about confidence and courage. So calling in Archangel Michael to stand beside you, Lynn. The message says it's safe for you to be powerful and take charge of your life in positive ways. So the angels are saying that you might have been a little bit wishy-washy. So there's a part of you that wants to move forward, and there's a part of you that's afraid to move forward. And that's causing wishy-washy manifestation. So in one state you're saying I want to change job, and the other state you're saying I'm not sure, I'm scared, and the universe is going, which direction does she want to go? So you need to start this week, just stay quiet, stay calm, go onto my YouTube channel, have a look at some videos there. There's everything there that you could possibly need to get yourself centered and calm. I'm going to just share something at the end here if I remember about, it's the new moon tonight. So Lynn, I hope that was helpful, love, and I'll post that card in the Facebook group if you remind me, and you can see it there. Okay. Okay, so I think that is all of our questions. See if there are any more. So Annette says, bless you. How can I get a private reading from you? I've been thinking about a course with you. I'm in Canada. I'm a Canadian living in Herefordshire, England. The easiest way is to get me on the Facebook group, Lynn, and sorry, Annette. And if you're on the Facebook group, connect with me there, private message me, and we can talk about that. So, and I think that's everything. So very quickly, what I want to say before I go is that it's a new moon today. So it's a wonderful time for you to set intentions and to manifest whatever you want into your life. So it's a great day for creating a vision board, or even just sitting down for 10 minutes with a pen and paper and dreaming a little bit and writing about what would you like to create in your life? What would you like to bring into your life? And I'll share a little exercise with you on the Facebook group in the bootcamp. So what I'm going to do is just say a prayer. So close your eyes wherever you are, take a breath. And just thanking every single person that came on the call today, that added their energy to this, and everybody listening to the replay. And I'm praying that you all get the life of your dreams, that you receive healing during this 30-day bootcamp, Angel Bootcamp, that you receive healing, that you receive love, you receive guidance from your angels, that your intuition grows and becomes stronger. And that as you start to heal your own life, it ripples out into the lives of the people around you. And I would ask everyone to embrace your spiritual tribe. So link in with the Facebook group, and let's really grow this community and create an awesome space of angels and healing. So enjoy the rest of your week. I will be back on next Friday, and I might pop on again before then, but I'll be in the Facebook group, and I'll be sending you emails every day, but with meditations and videos and everything that you need to connect with your angels more deeply every single day during the bootcamp. So I will see you again. Thanks everybody for coming along today. God bless you all. Bye.